Hi, I'm Hillary Knox, VP of Member Experience at La Plata Electric Association, and this is your LPEA Wire for April. In the wake of February's rolling blackouts in Texas, LPEA has been fielding questions from our members on the reliability of our power, now and into the future. I sat down with LPEA's CEO Jessica Matlock to discuss this question. Jessica, thank you very much for joining us. As you know, we've received a lot of questions since the Texas blackouts. Our members kind of curious about what we're doing to ensure reliability. And one of the main questions that we've gotten is, how do we know that what happened in Texas is not going to happen here? So what's your response to that?
Yeah, it's a good question, Hillary. I think a lot of us have friends down in Texas, so it is very dear and near to our hearts. So what we did right away is just make sure that our grid is stable. And we contacted a lot of our partners to say, how are we protected in our state? Our equipment out here is weather protected for cold weather. Texas did not have those protections. So we know for a fact that our gas wells will not freeze because we did place extra equipment on those. Second is that Texas is part of an independent grid. It's called ERCOT. We do not have that. We're part of the Western Interconnect Grid, which is one of the largest in the United States. So we have a great diversity of energy that we can pull from to make sure that we don't have the same issue.
Another thing we're hearing a lot is there have been some that have claimed that an over-reliance on renewable energy, specifically wind energy, was to cause for these outages. People also know that LPEA is exploring different types of renewable and low carbon energy for our future. So how would you answer folks who want to know how we're going to maintain our reliability even as we pursue low carbon power sources?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. So just to be clear, though, the outages in Texas were not solely the fault of renewable energy. The wind turbines, some of them did freeze because of cold weather, but same with gas pipelines, coal piles froze. So there was a larger supply infrastructure issue in Texas. And because of that, and because they're an independent grid, they weren't able to call across state lines to get additional energy. So for La Plata Electric, we do have a goal of reducing our carbon footprint 50% below 2018 levels. But at the same time, we're making sure that we do that in an affordable way. So we won't go to that goal if we cannot maintain our rates. So that's very important. And I think the other thing we're thinking about is that, yes, we'd like to bring in renewable energy, but you have to firm it with baseload power. And the only baseload power today that's affordable and on the market, it is coal, it is natural gas, it's hydropower. There's some battery storage, but that's still pretty expensive. So we're looking at all options. I don't think we have to choose one over the other. The point is that we need to diversify our energy mix so that we don't rely on one source at all times.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jessica.
Thank you.
For more information on LPEA's future power supply discussions, visit our website at lpea.coop/power supply. And that's it for this edition of LPEA Wire. Join us next month with more from LPEA.